Channel 13 Sports presents the 2005 edition of Super Sunday Hockey. It's the Explorer League Finals as the McKinley Screaming Eagles take on the Hutch Tech Engineers from the Buffalo State Ice Arena on the campus of Buffalo State College right here in Buffalo, New York. And hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Stewart, along with my good friend and colleague for this one, Walter John Sears. Walt, the 21st edition of Super Sunday Hockey. Last year was Hutch Tech coming from nowhere and pulling the major upset over McKinley. This year, McKinley is the underdog.
That's true. Let's go back to last year. McKinley wins all 3 regular season games by 7 goals or more, yet Hutch Tech comes in and they ride the hot goaltending of Brian Elliott, who is a senior and who will be starting in the nets again for Hutch Tech in this game, and they win that game late, erasing a 4-3 deficit, and Elliott just stood on his head. Now, Elliott just shut out South Park in the semifinals to win 2-0, so the shoe's on the other foot in this game.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. What do you think for a pick for this one, though?
Well, I don't know how you can go against Elliott. 2 years ago, he played for South Park and stood on his head and lost to a very strong McKinley team. Last year, he defeats McKinley. This kid is a real deal, Frank. He's 6'4", 230 pounds. He covers that entire goal area. I mean, he's going to go on and play somewhere.
Well, they say at every level of hockey, goaltending, goaltending, goaltending. They have the hot goaltender. I'm going to go also with the Hutch Tech Engineers. And unfortunately, Walt, we're going to end this right here with
Walter John Sears along with Frank Stewart, Jason Driscoll on the ice. We're at Buffalo State College in Buffalo, New York, and this has become a tradition. This is 11 times in the last 12 years that Hutch Tech and McKinley have met in this championship game, Frank. Only 3 years ago, South Park taking on McKinley broke that string.
Yeah, you're right. McKinley has been a strong program. This is just one down year for them. Let's pause momentarily for our national anthem.
Frank, last year in almost similar circumstances when McKinley defeated Hutch Tech 4 times in the regular season and every game was a blowout, only to be upset 4-3 by Hutch Tech and their great goaltender Elliott at HSBC Arena in this championship game. This year, it's the other way around. Hutch Tech 4-0 against McKinley, only one close game, 3-2. The other games, all 7 or 8 goal margins, victory for Hutch Tech.
Well, you're right. The Hutch Tech team has gotten to their place, Walt. Under their head coach, Dale Myers. There you see the previous McKinley upset. Myers took over the Hutch Tech team last year and led his team to the Explorer League Cup title. And he enjoys the game a great deal. Dale Myers And he's got a real powerhouse this year. They are the absolute favorite in this game, going through their regular season 14-0-2 and the playoff victory over South Park. 2 games there. They've defeated South Park 6-1 and 5-0. And there's Brian Elliott, the outstanding goaltender, 2.83 goals against Walt, 6'4", 230 pounds, a senior. He is dominant in the nets.
Absolutely, possibly the best in Western New York among all goaltenders, and he is tough to beat. Bill Klein, on the other hand, has been used to winning. He played hockey and baseball, and Coach Klein coaching from 1978 to the present with a record of 308, 72, and 26. But 0-4 against this club this year. And normally these games are higher scoring games. All our games so far have been lower scoring games. Action underway, no score, just underway. Beaton, number 5, will flip it around the corner boards. Hutch Tech will try to press right from the beginning. Milinkowitz has it for McKinley. McKinley will have to play just about a perfect game or more than a perfect game. Felcho could not get to it, and Hutch Tech will come up with a loose puck in the corner, number 14. It's Theo Elger, who has been on fire in the playoffs. It's kept in by McKinley, and now out to center ice.
Well, the race is on to get to the puck here. Hutch Tech has got great speed while they're balanced up and down their lineup. And they can play any kind of game you want to play. Physical, fast, whatever. They can get it done.
Shapiro kept it in, number 89. It's poked it in there for Hutch Tech. Hutch Tech trying to press for the first shot of the game. Out near the point, and that's a very weak shot there by Evancho that did get through. It's kept in by the Engineers. Nice back pass there to Shapiro. Shapiro working behind the net. Return to Shapiro. Shot. And a little wide by Shapiro. An excellent opportunity. And you know Hutch Tech would like to pay back McKinley for the last couple of years when it's been a shooting gallery the other way.
Yeah, you're right about that. So far, the positional play really dominant here by the Hutch Tech team. They've got a lot of goal scorers up and down their roster. And they can go play 3 or 4 lines and still get the same kind of productivity out of it.
Cannon, Sean Cannon, over mid-ice. This flips it in along the boards. Number 2, Tommy Brinkworth for Hutch Tech. A little too far for Marcus. Intercepted there and shot back in. And now Hutch Tech comes up with it. Number 2, Tommy Brinkworth. Cleared in, and there's the goaltender. He's really going to have his work cut out for Garrett, but Garrett is also a very good goaltender. Hutch Tech keeps it in the corner. Pressing for a shot. Here's number 82 working. Going along. Iglinski right in front, and that's backed out of there. It's blocked out. Good scoring opportunity for Hutch Tech. And the defense comes up big for McKinley.
Michael Maloney all by himself. The puck was right there. He just couldn't get it out of his stick quick enough to get the shot away in the open corner.
There's Rogan dropping it in. A nice little drop pass to Gazzotti, but it's intercepted. And we might have a penalty here. Our first of the game for tripping.
And that will go against the McKinley Screaming Eagles. Looks like number 19 is going to head to the penalty box. Dylan Gronowski, who is a sophomore. A lot of young players on the McKinley team this year, Walt. Looking up and down the roster, I see 1 senior on the roster. And just a sprinkling of juniors. Let's look at the replay. There's the leg getting stuck out and the stick to take the legs out from the Hutch Tech Engineer player on the rush.
12:24 to go in the first period. No score. First power play opportunity of the game. Alger going in. Theo goes in. He's been scoring a bunch in the playoffs, and he's stoned on that one by Garrett, the goaltender.
Boy, he sure has. 6 goals and 1 assist in playoff action for number 14 in the white, Theo Alger, who goes 5'6", 170 pounds. He's a senior. Much a slick move there to get around the first defenseman, moving in on top of the goaltender. Good positioning on the goal by Scott Garrett to hold the post and prevent a short side goal.
Cannon set up to his teammate, Felchaw. Felchaw flips it down the ice. This would be huge if they could keep them off the board and gain a little momentum. We haven't even talked about Elliott, how good he is. He's a top goaltender in the Explorer League. He won't probably be tested that much in this game. I don't know if that's good for him or bad. They work it in, and they can't get the shot away, and it's going to be intercepted right there. And again, Hanselin will get it down to his teammate. Rogan with a nice move. Rogan shot, and it's wide. Good opportunity for Sean Rogan on a man short. He almost came up with a goal.
We can see why Sean Rogan's one of the leading scorers on the team for the McKinley Screaming Eagles. He's got tremendous speed and very shifty moves. Almost got to pass the goaltender, but missed on the long side.
All right, Shapiro, number 89. Shapiro has a man, and the shot is wide by Ennis. He's the leading scorer during the regular season. John Ennis, the leading scorer in the Explorer League, and they have the best goaltender also in Elliott.
Well, they're just loaded. Looking up and down the roster and the stats provided to us, _1 scorer in the league, John Ennis. Where's number 18? Watch this great pass and a good setup right there. Pass on the stick, and he just fired it high, very high and very wide, and a pretty good scoring attempt.
And Hutch Tech will come up ice still with the man advantage, flipped into the corner. Shapiro trying to get there first, but number 8, Kalinowski, is there. Held along the boards. And number 18 right there, Enos. Enos got it to his teammate in the corner where Shapiro lost it, gave it back to Enos. Enos will try to take his shot. He's right in, he shoots it, stop. Great save by Garrett right on Enos. Second time he stopped Enos very, very close. 14 seconds left in the power play, so it looks like they're going to kill it, Brian.
Yeah, they did a good job. I mean, they gave up some chances, and the goaltender, Scott Garrett, establishing himself as a threat to thwart the Hutch Tech Engineers so far in this game. He's done a pretty good job of holding his ground. I mean, he's really been challenged.
Iglinski got it in. Last seconds, and they score! I don't know if they scored it on the power play or not. We'll check in with our ace statistician, Scott Fleetwood, but they did tie the game. Or they did take the lead, 1-0. And it looked like it's still they were in on the power play.
A screened opportunity, and the goaltender, Scott Garrett, could do nothing about it. I don't even think he saw the shot as the defense and a forechecking forward put themselves right in his way. We'll have to see what the angle does here to the shot. Just watch in front of the net. There it is. You see that he's screened it. It goes just over his left pad. He's looking for his stick, but the stick had nothing to do with it.
We'll wait for the call, see if Maloney gets it.
Looks like Maloney is going to get it.
Well, Maloney took the shot. It was just a matter of if it was tipped in or not.
Although an early 1-0 lead for the Engineers. Well, this is what you have to be afraid of if you're McKinley. That Hutch Tech would get out on top and then run away with things.
And a great start for Hutch Tech. Number 2, Tommy Brinkworth. They drop it right in front, backhand, doesn't get through. They score! Neil Elder, his 7th goal in the playoffs. He had 29 during the regular year, and this might get ugly.
Yeah, it could get ugly early, as you said. We were concerned about this coming in. Garrett's by himself, basically defenseless there. The good puck handling again in front of the net. They elude a couple of defenders, and then the goaltender's at the mercy of the shooters. He goes down, and they flip the puck back over his shoulders. So not much he could do about that. Just the third shot on goal, but third shot on goal and 2 goals scored for the Hutch Tech Engineers.
2-0 Maloney and Neil Elger scored, make it 2-0 very early. And when you've got a 2-0 lead in Elliott in the nets, it's even bigger. Marcus got it to Shapiro. Shapiro has it intercepted and coming back the other way. Rogan to the left corner boards. That's the only female playing in this game. Number 3 for Hutch Tech. Here's an interception shot, and there's our man Elliott.
Great chance for Gronowski. The sophomore, Dylan Gronowski, by himself in front of the goaltender. Just couldn't get a good shot away.
Female out there is Bozek, who's against the boards and throwing her weight around there. She's the only female player in the Explorer League. And the only female defenseman, I think, in Western New York.
Yep, plays for Hutch Tech. Where's number 3? Look out for her.
Elliott. Easy play there. Gives it to Bozek. There's a nice hit. McKinley coming up with a good check. The play will be whistled down. McKinley picking up a little momentum in the last couple of minutes.
Well, they're playing a little bit more of the game at that other end of the rink. They don't want to spend all their day in defending their own part of the ice. Got a couple of chances out of it, but they got to cash those in, Walt, when they get the opportunities in front. They had almost a breakaway, clear breakaway, and they just didn't get a good shot on net.
Bancho has it, number 7. Into the corner to Maloney. Flipped around to Tommy Meisner, number 8. Meisner is a solid hockey team. Tommy Brinkford, score!
I think it was deflected in front on the shot from the point. Not much that the goaltender can do on that one. I mean, it's just the pressing attack. The Screaming Eagles of McKinley High School just backing up and not able to play better position, not even going after the puck out at the point. Put some pressure on the shooter. He had time to line one up. Walt, he kept it low, and it was deflected from about 10 feet out in front of the goaltender, deflected in the opposite direction. There's nothing you can do if you're Scott Garrett. An early 3-0 lead for Hutch Tech.
Tommy Brinkworth takes the shot from the right point, and it's deflected in. Try to get the official scoring on it.
Michael Maloney gets the goal. Number 21 is second of this game.
Very close to hat-trick in the first 5 minutes of this game. He's got 2 goals already. Now they're working hard against the boards, and I think he's going to be called for a penalty. See, and this is exactly what McKinley needs if they get a break here. Theo Elger might get the gate.
Elger's going into the penalty box there, and it wasn't the heaviest duty penalty out there. He's shaking his head, a little surprised, but the officials, you know, they know what the score is too. And they don't want the Hutch Tech Engineers to start running away with things and taking liberties out there, so they're going to send an early message to keep the game very clean.
You know, very foolish penalty. Very foolish penalty by one of their top players.
Well, it was unnecessary. And it really wasn't all that big of a penalty, but it was just enough to get the officials' attention.
And it's unlikely it's going to change any outcome in this game the way it looks. It looks like this Hutch Tech team is really loaded, and they're very motivated against this McKinley team.
Yeah, McKinley's owned this league for a lot of years.
Now, they've owned it recently, but if Hutch Tech would win this year, that would be 2 years in a row, back-to-back for them. And I mentioned out of the last 12 championships, these two teams have played 11 out of 12 of the championships. And since the Explorer League has evolved 21 years ago, maybe one of the two have been in just about every game.
The Explorer League's been around for a while, as you said. McKinley and Hutch Tech, they seem to perennially run into each other here on the ice. And McKinley has won the previous 6 of 7, but it's always Hutch Tech or McKinley looking back through the years.
And the top goaltender, Elliott, was tested a little bit on the power play now. McKinley trying to get something going, and Elliott just flipped it back to Innes, and it's flipped around the corner boards and out. A good play defensively by Hutch Tech. This is number 12 going back for Alex Russin. Russin is tripped up. Play carries on, nothing called there. Another little bump hit by Meisner.
Well, the Screaming Eagles here unable to get established on the power play, Walt. They've got the man advantage. They just can't control the puck in the offensive zone. Slow the action down.
They're terribly outmanned. And here they come, 2-on-1. Meisner in. A good defensive stop there. Maloney looking for the hat trick already. Maloney in the corner, threw it away. And shot down the ice.
Well, that's a surprise. I mean, they have the man advantage, not necessary to do that. Just whistles the action down, brings your face off all the way back into your end of the rink. So not the best play there by the deep defenseman. He could have carried that puck up a little bit further before giving it away to somebody else on his team. Instead, he just fired it all the way up ice, headed to the players' bench. 26
seconds left in the power play. First, they have to get the draw and come up. They did get the draw. Cannon left it for his teammate, number 16. Macalusitz. It's all the way down the ice. Oh, fanning on it. They had a really good opportunity there, and Mendez fanned on the shot. Ennis goes back for it. Power play 3 seconds to go. They'll kill it off. Here's Ivancho. That's it. Here's a 2-on-2 opportunity. Shot. Good save. Really solid save there on that quick shot by Piazza. Nick Piazza was in, Frank.
Garrett stood his ground there.
Here's Ivancho. Ivancho, backhander, a little weak stop by Cannon's skate. Up ahead, intercepted by number 14, Alger. Alger going in 1 against 2, and Alger almost got through there. Just joined us, a quick start for Hutch Tech. They've been the top dogs this year in the Explorer League, and they're up 3-0. And they're looking great, Frank.
Yeah, they sure are. Very strong team, good positional team. As we said, they can do it all. Play any way you want to play. And just a little bit better than you usually.
Hogan shot right on, and it's kicked out of there by the all-star goaltender, Elliott. Oh, a nice, good, stiff check there by Beaton. taking the McKinley player off the play, and back up ice, here come the Engineers again. 28 goes down as piece check card O'Hara for Hutch Tech. McKinley coming up with it, Rogan across center ice, Rogan across the blue line, taken off the play. Goes to Mendez, number 18, now it's intercepted by Hutch Tech. Is that young gal we were talking about?
Yep, Kristen Bozick. A lot of ice time, wearing number 3 out there, as we said.
An excellent player. Meisner had a collision there with 88 Felshaw. And McKinley gets it out over the blue line. Felshaw couldn't control it. Rogan has it back. Picked up for his teammate. Intercepted by Hutch Tech. Here come the Engineers again. Brinkworth, great play! And a score! And it's Enos.
I'm surprised the way the defensemen are backing up over and over again, while stride for stride with the offensive forwards. They're just bringing the puck almost directly to the net before the defensemen come out and make a challenge, even to try and poke check the puck away. And you see the pressure. The goaltender just keeps getting pushed back further and further, and he has no opportunity at all to make a play on this thing. As it's just a beautiful pass. It just missed the defenseman's skate. It's right on the stick for a little backhand tip in there. Beautiful shot and goal, and you're up 4-0 here in this first period. This could be really trouble. Look at this. I mean, the defense really didn't challenge anybody there.
No, great play by Brinkworth. He slid it past Kalinowski.
Oh my, just a great next opportunity. Wow.
Hutch Tech pressing on, already leading by 4 right in front, and that's deflected off the goaltender Garrett on the close-in shot by Marcus, number 77.
Well, you see it again, the very next sequence up ice. McKinley, after the face-off, gives up ground and gets out of position, running around a little bit in their defensive zone. And Hutch Tech just pressing the attack over and over and over. You can see there's a little difference in skill level out there, but positional play very important for McKinley. They're getting beat to the spot time after time.
Usati got it ahead. Lundstrom. Here's an opportunity. Take it away now by Hutch Tech. Hutch Tech number 15. And there's Venus, and they call it on the offside. Well, you have to understand that McKinley, a powerful team.
Oh, they're going to send him off. I can't believe it. Following the play, Venus just skated all the way in, shot the puck into the net wall. After the whistle had stopped the action, the official skated right over to him, said, "You're going off." He's going off the ice.
Yeah, that's a break for McKinley. And I was going to say, you have to understand McKinley, traditionally the powerhouse. They have only one senior, Frank. So they're going to be around for the next couple of years and challenge this Hutch Tech team next year.
Yeah, they've got about 5 juniors on the team, a lot of sophomores making the roster, and 3 or 4 freshmen making the team. But how about that goal? I mean, how about that penalty score registered there for the Hutch Tech Engineers? The officials not letting them, even though they're up 4-0, not letting them get away with anything.
No, and it's the second time that Hutch Tech has lost their focus. Remember, Theo Alger had that poor penalty that he took along the boards, and now no need for this, but...
Well, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct call that goes against him for Hutch Tech Engineers.
Yeah.
Coach won't be happy with that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to matter too much because of the way this flow of this game. Had it been closer, had McKinley been able to mount a comeback, even though it's so early, it just seems like it's so one-sided, then things like that make a big difference. And sometimes in games, Frank, in sports, you can do anything you want, and it's not going to matter. Final results are going to be lopsided. And that appears to be the case, but let's see, there's a lot of hockey to be played. Gannon gets it in. They're on the power play. It's flipped out, and here comes number 18, Enos, who's taken off the play. Enos, the leading regular season scoring champ, who's already picked up, what, 1 goal here at least?
That's what I got, yes.
McKinley needing a goal very badly. And there's a takedown and a penalty to Tommy Meisner as he takes down the McKinley player. That's
going to result in the 2-man advantage. Looks like we're under a minute to go in the first period.
We are, Frank, 48 seconds to go.
So this could be a little break here for McKinley. Oh, that's an obvious takedown. And Meisner's going to go to the penalty box, so there'll be 2 men short for the conclusion of this first period at least. Trailing 4-0, a great opportunity to turn this game back into a more competitive matchup.
The goal would really give them a lot of momentum. Hanslian was the player that was almost strangled on that play. He went down, and see if Eagles can come up with a good opportunity here. Russin right on and steered away. by Elliott out to the point. Blocked at the point out to center ice, so they'll have to retouch, get onside. They come again. Russin shoots it into the left corner. Comes out to number 16. Blinkowitz. Hutch Tech couldn't get it out. Russin kept it in. This is dangerous here. They do a good job. They keep it in. Here's a shot coming up. Rogan doesn't take it. Oh, and it's whistled wide and high. Perfect opportunity for Hanslin. Russin at the point. Setting up this nice, but it's intercepted. 2 seconds, one. One of the penalties is up.
Where's the buzzer? Well, the game continues to move on here. We thought that we could come to the end of the first period.
Well, apparently not. Less than a minute. That was the penalty clock I must have been reading, Frank, because all these flags in front of us, it's hard to read the clock. Kept in there. Enos.
Well, they still have the man advantage, does McKinley in the black.
Hansling got it up ice. And it will be whistle on the offside.
Oh, there it is. 1:03 left, Walt. It's a little bit hard to see, as you said. 1:03 left here in the first period. As they were counting the clock down, they actually took the clock off on one end of the rink so that we had to look around the other side to get the actual time left. Well, McKinley's still on the power play, though.
Yeah, if they can get a goal, that would be huge. Heavy check into the boards. Alger flips it in. McKinley still with the power play advantage. 15 Cannon being dogged right there by Alger. Cannon getting it ahead to his teammate, can't do too much with it. They are really bottling up McKinley right now.
There's Maloney. He has a couple of the goals.
And Maloney doing a terrific job. 10 seconds remaining, 8 seconds on the power play. Here's Maloney trying to score shorthanded. He's taken into the boards by Granowski. Back the other way, the power play. Now over. Oh, and there's another penalty coming up to Hutch Tech.
Oh, look at
and it's
this.
the same guy.
Yeah, look at the player back behind the goaltender. He's got one leg up on the boards. Stuck up on top of the little rail that runs around where the glass is held in place. And
Venus is going to go off again. He's going to hear it. We're lucky they don't resurface after one period.
Well, he took him down. You can see, just watch what happens with this player. He just hangs himself up there on the boards with his feet up in the air. The skates up there as well. And 15 seconds left here in this first period. While penalties up on the board again.
Well, you know, Hutch Tech giving McKinley, Frank, every chance in the book to at least get on the board, get back into this hockey game. McKinley hasn't taken advantage of it yet. Good block there on Felcho's shot. Kept in. Felcho again shoots right on, and Elliott, he's so tough. 5 seconds to go in the period. And that's the end of the first period. And a first period that was all engineers. Hutch Tech 4 and McKinley nothing in the Explorer League Final. You're watching 8-13. Now start of the second period, 4-0. Hutch Tech, the Engineers, coming out strong in that first period and dominating play and the scoreboard.
Well, they've been outshot. McKinley has 7-4 in the first period. And McKinley, though, unfortunately, 0-for-4 in the power play. Only managing one shot. Checks and face-offs won just about even for both teams.
Well, they have the power play right now. Let's see if they can do anything with it, and they can't. As Johnny Enos, number 18, flips it down the ice for Hanselin. 98 for McKinley. He'll try to get it up to his teammate, and they do. And that's a nice little pass coming in on the right wing as 15 Cannon. Cannon being dogged by Evancho there. Cannon gets it to his mate behind the net, and it's going to be out to the point, shot high. Another good scoring opportunity, but just shot high at the point. Here's a race for the puck. Alger battling there with number 98, Hanslin. And they're still going at it. And I think Hanslin might have got the gate here. Let's see.
Yeah, it looks like they've opened the door over there for the McKinley side to have someone go into the penalty box. And it's going to be Handlin, as you said, number.
No, it's 88. Excuse me, Felchow.
Oh yeah, you're right. I looked a little bit too quick. Felchow heading into the penalty box, a junior, 5'10", 190 pounds, and you see the takedown there. And the official right on top of it makes the call. James Felchow, forward, 15 goals, 15 assists. And now that puts things back on an even scale. I think both teams have 4 attackers, Walt.
That's correct, Frank. Each team playing with 4 attackers, and the face-off is going to be to the left of Garrett, one of the top goaltenders in the league, but having a rough start here, facing 7 shots, giving up already 4 goals. There's a nice hit there by McKinley. Garrett was able to steer that away. They continue on. Meisner trying to get a return pass, can't get it from number 82 in Glinski. Glinski on the boards, battling with number 12, Russin. Russin got the better of it, and it's out to center ice. 19, Granowski. Granowski is pushed down. Nothing called there. And Guzzotti shot it wide.
Guzzotti trying to catch the goaltender, maybe leaning it
wow,
a little bit.
She was creamed. Boy, Bozek was really hit hard, and she gets up very slowly.
Well, let's see there. Allowing her to stay on the ice. Now she's heading over to the penalty or to the player's box.
No, she's still out there. Here's Ennis. Ennis takes a shot. It got through. Bozek's a tough customer, boy. I don't know if we'll see that again, but here's Bozek, gets her shot away. It's on, and then it's deflected away, and Ennis gets it, or tried to get it to Shapiro, number 89. Play carries on, intercepted by McKinley. The pass too far for Guzzotti. 77, Marcus is back there. Marcus up to Shapiro. Shapiro bumped down by Rogan. Ennis, he's bumped down by Rogan. And there's Shapiro. Well, at least McKinley starting to throw the body weight around a little bit.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit more physical. Maybe that's what the coach said to do. We got to slow this freight train down a little bit because they're going to run us right out of the rink.
Oh, and Elder really laid the lumber there to number 8, Kalinowski of McKinley, who went down hard. Hutch Tech leading 4-0. Shapiro shot deflected, and it goes wide. Elger almost tipped it in, and Elger carries on. Beautiful pass. There's a setup and shot high. And you can't ask for a better pass than that for Elger as he set up number 26 beautifully, Piazza.
Well, McKinley really struggling here.
Elger again, right on, good stop. Theo Elger on fire, already 1 goal here, 7 in the playoffs, leading goal getter. They are all over it here. McKinley's got to get it out, Frank.
Yeah, they're having real trouble getting control of the puck and getting it out of their own end of the rink. You just see it there, a chance to shoot the puck around the backboards, and it's just mistimed. It's not even moved at all, basically. Got into some skates, and Hutch Tech maintains control. Finally, just a little bit of a break. It's lost by a Hutch Tech player and winds up going all the way up ice.
Yeah, playing 5-on-5, and really a big series there for Hutch Tech, getting numerous scoring chances. We'll have to see number 3, Bozek, and see how she does, because she really took a hard hit there.
Well, she stayed out there for the entire shift. I was surprised she didn't head to the bench. I thought she was leaning that way, and she turned right back out on the ice, and she stayed out to finish her shift. Quite impressive, actually. Well, as you said, she was knocked down very hard. The only female player.
She was really creamed. I mean, she took as hard a hit as you can take right there, and she got right back up.
Yeah, the only female player in the league. There you see Kristen Bozek. And Kristen,
oh, you don't want to watch this.
5'8", 130 pounds. A junior, watch this as she gets banged hard down to the ice, and actually her head hit the boards pretty hard, a little awkward, and she was able to shake it off and continue to play.
And credit to Kristen, where she's right up there. Got a shot, really didn't get it on the net, but got a shot off offensively then after that series. Belchaw, he's flipped up in the air and down to the ice, and the play going on, and Elliott, a big save.
And the whistle went, and Elliott's looking at this player circling around. It's Felchow. Felchow is drawing with Elliott there. Let's go down ice rink side with Jason Bristol.
Is one of the primary sponsors of Super Sunday, here with Pat Fisher, Director of Youth Hockey. Why do the Sabres get involved in events like this?
Well, you know, we think it's extremely important. I mean, high school hockey, to see the place like this packed, it obviously makes perfect sense for us. Given a season or not a season, we feel it's very important to the kids and the community for the Sabres to be involved.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it more important the fact there isn't any NHL to be involved at the community level?
Absolutely. We, because there is no season, it doesn't mean that we just kind of hide and go away. I think it's more important to make sure that the Sabres are committed to helping in any way with the community and things of this nature. It's something that we can be proud of. Hopefully we're going to, keep a strong fan base, and whenever this thing gets resolved, pick back up where we left off. So.
All right, Pat, thanks so much. So it was a wild week in the NHL labor talks. Sabres, though, making their presence felt here. Let's send it back upstairs.
All right, the pressure being kept on by Hutch Tech as they nearly scored another goal. Only the great save by Garrett kept them off the board for goal number 5. Just joined us, Hutch Tech led 4-0 after 1. It's still 4-0. Felchow's been throwing his weight around for McKinley. Came up with a couple of good checks here, Frank.
Yeah, he's got pretty good size, and he's usually, as I mentioned, 5'10", 190 pounds. So he's a solidly built player.
Well, he might have been inspired a little bit too by the jawing to that he and Elliott had. Of course, when Elliott was at, well, there's a shot right on, and Garrett steers it away.
Well, he made a good save on that one. It was pinpointed for the upper right-hand corner, and he got his glove on it. And a little bit of his shoulder that just deflected up and over the crossbar.
I thought that I was looking at the age of the two, that they might have known each other, but no, Felchow is just a sophomore, and Elliott a senior, and Garrett's a good goaltender also.
9:17 left here in the second period. You're down 4-0. Let's look at the replay of this thing. Great cross-ice pass right on the stick, and then a quick shot. You see Garrett had to slide over and cover that angle. He did a pretty good job.
I was talking to Garrett during the North Tonawanda Niagara Wheatfield game, and he was loosening up in between, and he was all excited about the game. He was hoping that they could get some revenge here and that he'd have a good game, but it hasn't turned out that way so far. We're down 4-0. Bozak goes down again. Play carries on, and McKinley up the ice. It's going to be called on the offside. Rogan was offside. So they're going to bring the face-off all the way back.
Yeah, Rogan there, he's a tough customer, Walt. Another guy, 5'8", 175 pounds, a junior, one of the leading scorers on the team, has 4 playoff goals this year as they beat Niagara Catholic 2 games to get into this championship.
Here's Ennis. Ennis tripped up. Good passing and another good save by Garrett. As Hutch Tech right there on the doorstep. They have another great chance.
Well, it looks like they're going to get whistled down for having somebody in the crease, so they're going to bring the face-off back out over the blue line.
Well, it's got to be Marcus, and it was the last one, 77, that had a chance.
Well, let's see what happens here. As we see players into the crease area, that's what was called apparently, as they bring the face-off back outside the zone.
It wasn't Marcus. He took the shot and then wheeled around, but his teammate next to him was in the crease. McKinley needs something to happen. Terrace flipped it up and went to center ice. Neil Elger, that's a good defensive play by Russin, number 12. Very young McKinley team. Hanging in there, down 4-0. Stranger things have happened. McKinley needs to score a goal to get some confidence.
Well, they need a lot of something to happen in a hurry here, because positionally they're just being swamped, overrun here by the Hutch Tech Engineers. Every loose puck, every opportunity to clear the zone is, just that. They can't do anything else but get it out of their end of the rink, and they have no forecheck from there.
It's safe to say, though, that they played a much better second period than the first period. Here comes the Hutch Tech Engineers again. Maloney looking for the hat trick, and he shoots it wide. Number 5 beaten right on the doorstep. Russin can't get it out. It goes by Beaton down the ice. Beaton goes down. 15 to carry on for it. Venus, and play is whistled down. It's still 4-0.
Well, they're going to call Beaton for interference, and he really didn't interfere. He was kind of grabbed by the Hutch Tech Engineer player, and the Hutch Tech Engineer player pulled them both down, and the official from behind the play didn't see it happening. So that's just one call that Hutch Tech got a little bit smarter on, Walton, used it to their advantage.
Getting a ton of penalties, Hutch Tech, but McKinley unable to capitalize. Right?
Well, they're 0 for 4 in the first period. They haven't scored yet, but they do have the man advantage here.
They had a couple of chances.
Clark beaten into the penalty box. There you see the score.
And there's a good check on Alger. Kept in by Meisner. Meisner is knocked up in the air. And Malinkowitz.
Bear in mind, they're playing with the man advantage here, too.
Yeah.
Team in the black, they're really backpedaling.
We said they're an awful young team. Cannon intercepted. Chance for a shorthanded goal, and Meisner just missed. Shot that a little high. Meisner again flips it to his teammate. These two guys are controlling play. Theo Alger and Meisner. Flipped around in the boards for Evancho for Hutch Tech, and it's finally cleared out by McKinley, number 88. They get a chance to touch it. Felchow. Now they got to get back on side, and they do. There's a chance for Felchow. Can't get to it first. Felchow's still battling for it with Evancho. Evancho goes down. Felchow, nice play, a shot right on, and the rebound. Elliott again a save.
Yeah, very good setup that time. They really worked the puck pretty well. They found the open guy, Jesse Gazzotti. Gazzotti, a sophomore, kind of mishit on the shot. That got a little bit too much ice with the stick, but a very good setup on the play. They're looking with their heads up to see who could get the best opportunity.
Yeah, I think, Frank, one of the best scoring opportunities for McKinley right there.
Yep, I think the goaltender, Brian Elliott, was a little bit surprised, actually, that the shot came from that side.
And Evancho does a good job. He's been playing solid, flips it in and fills some time off the clock. Shot, oh, right on. 1 stone, 2 stone. As Meisner denied again, Meisner just can't believe it. He just can't get anything by the goaltender.
And the goaltender is going to be pulled for Hutch Tech as there's a delayed penalty coming to McKinley. They get a frustration penalty, so Elliott gets over to the bench area. Just as the whistle goes, he skated the wrong way, but it's not going to work out for him.
Well, Garrett, the goaltender, Scott Garrett has certainly been brilliant in the second period for McKinley. As he's made numerous stops from very close in like these.
Hansel's going to get the penalty. That's a terrific stop and save, and then you see the second opportunity. This guy Meisner is thinking, well, how am I going to find a way to get this thing past him? It doesn't make any sense. I've got to go over, got to up, down, any way I want to shoot this. Young man Scott Garrett's making a lot of good saves.
They tried to give and go, and that didn't work because of the penalty.
And you see the player upended. That was the penalty call against Hansel.
Most of these teams, Frank, if not all, are going to go on into some type of state playoff situations. So their seasons don't end, and I was asking some of the coaches and the officials here what's more important to their team. They sort of split up on that. Super Sundays usually want to win, but so are the playoffs, the states.
Coach there's not happy with the way things are going for McKinley. Bill Klein in his 12th year.
Yeah, well,
shouting at the officials.
Just look at the record, Frank. We've got to get it out here, and the domination that he's had amongst Explorer League opponents. Power play trouble right there. McKinley's had 5 power plays and had only 2 shots.
Well, since the year 2000, McKinley has gone 92 wins, 10 losses, 1 tie. That's an outstanding record, obviously.
Yeah, and they're 0-4 this year to this team.
Winning 9 out of 10 matchups or games against the opposition in the Explorer League.
And Rogan, and that's including the 0-4 against Hutch Tech, right, this year?
That's correct.
So would he even be a higher mark than that?
Got about 4:40 left here in the second period. 4-0 lead.
Well, that's a good period for McKinley still. If they can get a goal and then get a second goal, they can do something here. Alger dropping it back. Spin around and the shot. Venus got through, a good save. O'Hara's shot doesn't get through. It's knocked down there by number 8, Kalinowski. Russin with a chance to keep it alive, can't get it out. Kept in. Left point. Venus, quick shot. That's knocked down by Rogan.
It's a man advantage here for Hutch Tech. Walton, they're really taking full advantage of controlling the puck.
They seem to be everywhere. They're all over the place. Shot right on, save! Guzzotti, and how did he stop that one?
Amazing effort on his part. Play without a stick right now.
Doesn't need it.
Finally, it's iced.
Don't need a stick.
or shot up ice so that the McKinley can take a little breather here. Get some fresh legs out there and defend here on this power play.
10 seconds left on the power play. Hutch Tech seems to be everywhere. Here they go, 2-on-1. Fanning on it. And still in control, the Hutch Tech Engineers. There's Venus in the corner. 77 is going to be taken off the play. Marcus. Enos, the leading scorer during the regular season, bottle up. Right there, Enos has it intercepted, and they take it away from the leading scorer during the regular season, Enos. Shot down the ice, and here's the race. The icing will be called.
Yeah, the action is just not falling into place right now for the McKinley Screaming Eagles. Walt, 9-6-1 on the regular season. They won 6 of the last 7.
Okay, my question to
Super
you, Frank,
Sunday activities.
if they were 9-6-1 this year and they take that combined record, what were they going into this year?
Well, obviously, you can do the math. 92 minus 9 is 83. And 6 from 10, that's 83 and 4.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
It's like a UCLA basketball sort of record when they had.
They've been dominant over the years.
Oh, deflected. That almost went in. Luckily, it deflected wide.
You see Garrett look at his defenseman and say, "What are you doing?
He hit.
I gotta do this on my own. I don't need you to help them."
Linkowitz almost scored on his own goaltender. Hey, you know, give McKinley a lot of credit here. They're not getting blown out. They're down 4-0. It doesn't look very good, but they're hanging tough. Beaten. Beaten. Oh, he's ridden into the boards hard. It's a clean check. Beaten really paid for that one.
Breakout.
Oh, beautiful move. And sprawling down, unable to get the shot away, was Cannon. Oh, that was Guzzati. Sorry, not Beaten Guzzati.
And the
Number
injured
5
player.
who took that hit.
Yeah, the injured player down here, as you said, Jesse Guzzati, a 6', 165-pound sophomore, slow to get up. And as soon as the play was not continuing on, the officials immediately whistled all the action. Now there you see what happened. He got crunched. And you know, he's trying to get up, and he just can't get there.
Had the 5 with the wrong team, and that is Guzzati.
Yeah, Guzzati stayed right down on the ice. And that right there is when the play was considered to be dead. And they blew the whistle to allow the training staff to come out on the ice here to talk to this young man. Boy, he tried to get up. He tried to get up 2 or 3 times, Walt. They just came right back down. He had too much concern for his leg, I guess. And there's Bill Klein once again.
And that was further up the ice where Guzzati was hit, and that was right directly in front of us. Yeah, we've got a great sight line here for the game at Buffalo State. We're right hovering above center ice, and not that high above center ice, but high enough, Frank, where it's a nice angle.
Well, 2:21 left here in the second period. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to each coach at the end of the period. And before we start the third period, nice round of applause for this guy getting back to his feet.
McKinley is going to make it tough on Hutch Tech. Hutch Tech got in front 3-0 in the first 3 minutes of this game. It looked like they blow them right out. And it's hard to take a hit like that and get up.
Well, you get pressed against the boards, and if you're losing your balance at all, it's hard to maintain, your balance and fall the way you want to. And you can see what happened there. He kind of got knocked in the wrong direction there and had no way to recover and protect himself. Took a pretty hard hit.
And that's when play carried on, and that was Sean Cannon, the sophomore, tripped up for McKinley. There's Guzzati, who is going to have to be aided into the dressing room, number 5. Jesse Guzzati. He's had a good year, the sophomore, 12 goals and 13 assists, and hopefully he'll be back for the third period.
Well, both teams dishing out the hits here. McKinley with about 16 and Hutch Tech with about 20 hits, according to our ace statistician, Scott Fleetwood.
Rogan, another big hit on Buzek. They showed no mercy on Buzek. Beam has it intercepted. Hutch Tech coming back 2-on-2. Meisner, he's been tough on the passes. It's offside as Glinski was ahead.
Yeah, Glinski had a chance there to just wait for the puck and carry it in beautifully, and instead got a little anxious, got his foot over the line just ahead of the puck, and the official right on top of it. Got 3 officials working this game as a result. Watch this replay.
They've been pretty tough on her,
That
Frank.
is Kristen Bozek, young lady out there, the only lady to play in the Explorer League. Goes 5'8", 130 pounds. She's a junior. She's taken a couple of tough shots in the quarter.
How about her career? A sophomore, she won it here. Chance there, and as a junior, looks like she's going to win it here unless a miracle rally by McKinley. She's a tough hockey player.
Well, both teams playing with 5-on-5 right now.
Russin, number 12, doubled. Got it to his teammate who just pushed it ahead, Lindstrom. Lindstrom got it back after it was shoved to him, and now again, play is whistled down with 1:32 to go in the second period and a 4-0 lead. No goals scored in this second period by either club. And so it's become a very respectable score at this point, Frank.
Exactly, 4-0 first period lead for the Engineers, and they still have had chances here in the second period. There's no doubt about it. I mean, positional play and all that, but the problem is that they haven't been able to beat Scott Garrett, who has really risen to the challenge. While Garrett comes in with a goals against of 2.85.
4-0. Shutout continuing for Elliott, and score! That will make it 5-0 as Marcus is on the doorstep.
Shane Marcus, the 5'4" sophomore, comes in with 5 goals and 5 assists on the season. I just mentioned Garrett over there, the goaltender. And what do you do if you're him? I mean, he's under a lot of pressure. His goals against rather of 4.24 goals against for Scott Garrett. According to some of the stats we had other stats saying he was at 2.85, but regardless, now the 5th goal of the game. To the replay of this thing. Backhand to the long side, stick side, just above the goaltender's pad. Can't get the stick in position. And a 5-0 lead.
Ennis is such a good player that during the regular season, leading scorer in the league. Watch him set up that play beautifully.
Well, the Engineers with the assist going to Ennis, as you said. Number 18 on the goal.
Yeah, he can hurt you two ways. Like a good two-way player in hockey can hurt you either with the goal or with the assist. He does them both well. 39 goals, 16 assists during the regular season. 3 goals by Ennis in the playoffs. 1 more in this game. That's 4. They didn't really give us the stats on the assist for the playoffs. But this looks like a pretty good team that could go on in the States, depending on what kind of class they play. Hutch Tech with Elliott in the nets, the best goaltender in the Explorer League, and I think the best in Western New York. Although we haven't seen much of him in this game, but when he's had to make tough saves, he makes them.
Well, he's pitching a shutout so far, so yeah, good player.
On the attack again, Belchaw is doubled. He's checked off the play. Belchaw.
That's gonna
carries on. Cannon intercepted, and number 5 beaten.
That's gonna be a hit that's gonna give you a headache. He was sandwiched between a couple of different players there, and he had no place to go. He was just squashed like a sandwich.
That was whistled wide by Rogan. 30 seconds to go in this second period. Rogan carrying on, and McKinley would love to score before the intermission. The ice is resurfaced, or else they're going to be a pretty down bunch going into the intermission when the Zamboni driver comes out, Frank, and they do the ice, and they have their one rest in between the second and third periods. It's going to be a sort of a somber mood in that McKinley dressing room, I would think.
I'd have to agree with you. There you see Bill Klein. I mean, what do you do?
Well, Bill knows he's got a young team. He's got 1 senior, so not to say that he wouldn't want a better result, but he might be expecting something like this.
Well, every coach everywhere, I believe, goes into a game thinking they've got a shot to win. So
Absolutely.
regardless of what the situation is.
Meisner had it stolen away. Shot right on, and Elliott will record a save. An easy one. And that's it. The second period has expired. And 1 more period expires like that, so will the McKinley hopes for the championship. And Hutch Tech, the first time in a long time, will win 2 in a row.
Well, Elliott, the goalkeeper, he heads to the locker room there. He had very, very little challenging him in this game. I mean, they had a couple of chances and a couple of shots where he was surprised and had to make some pretty good saves, but he's again pitching a shutout here, 5-0 in favor of the Hutch Tech Engineers over McKinley. Not a surprise necessarily to the people who know the Explorer League, because Hutch Tech has been that dominant this particular season, and McKinley getting to this championship has an extremely young team with just one senior, bunch of juniors, and a lot of sophomores on their squad. So it's just the way things go, I guess. We'll be waiting now for Jason Bristol to hook up with, I believe, the Hutch Tech head coach there, Dale Mars, for a conversation along the ice.
Yeah, Jason is getting set up now, and we hear him, and he'll have that momentarily. But, you know, Frank, you talk about Hutch Tech, this goaltender. Last year, he just stood on his head in a 4-3 win. Elliott, 2 years ago for South Park, he was just absolutely fabulous against McKinley. Let's go down to Jason.
All right, guys, here with the head coach of Hutch Tech, Dale Mars. Coach, pretty much go as planned for you?
Well, yeah, it did. We're trying to keep the third guy high. We're trying to keep two guys low, keep the pressure on them, and force mistakes. And that seemed to be the way it went for the first couple of periods. But I tell you, their goalie been fabulous. I think he's kind of even kept the score down to where it is, even though it's 5-0. But we're not letting up come third period. We're going to continue to try to do the same thing.
Were you worried that your team might be overconfident coming into this game, the fact that they had won 4 games against McKinley?
Absolutely. Anytime you have success against a team like that over the course of the season, you're going to get false sense of security that, you know, they're going to maybe let up thinking that, you know, all you got to do is show up. Well, the first 2 periods, I'm pretty pleased. I thought we had a couple weak shifts where we maybe didn't stay our position, but besides that, I thought we played pretty well.
What do you say to these guys going into this third period, a third period that could bring you a championship?
We don't want to change a thing. We want to keep a third guy high. We want to force a play. That's the only way we know how to play. If we try to lay back, try to protect the lead, that's not going to be successful for us. So we're not going to change a thing. We're going to tell them do what they did for the first 2 periods, and hopefully in 20 minutes or so we'll have what we want.
All right, good luck to you in the third.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, that's the story from down here. Let's send it back up to you.
And nice job, Jason, as always. Frank, what a nice move there, 1-2 step by Jason and coach to move up for the Zamboni. And Bob Filigaro working that Zamboni, who used to be heavily involved in hockey at Frontier, as you remember. They both work well on that.
That was a very nice two-step, as you said, yes. A little bit of a shuffle step as they slid out of the way, and you got to get out of the way as Zamboni. It's going to win that battle, isn't it?
Yeah, McKinley did well in that second period. Only gave up 1 goal at the end of 2 periods. Hutch Tech leading McKinley 5-0. You're watching 8-13. All right, we're going to the third period, and it's 5-0. We won't say that the game is lost for McKinley yet, Frank, but they're in some deep trouble.
Yeah, I'd have to say so as we look at the statistics coming up for the 2 periods completed so far. You've got the goals Hutch Tech with a 5-0 lead here over the McKinley Screaming Eagles. 16 shots on goal for the Hutch Tech Engineers, 7 for McKinley. Face-offs, 18 won by Hutch Tech, 13 by McKinley. Power play is amazingly well with 5 goals scored by Hutch Tech. None of them were on the power play. 0 for 3 for Hutch Tech and 0 for 5 for McKinley. Territorially, positionally, of course, Hutch Tech has really dominated in this game. Penalties, Hutch Tech has taken a few too many in the eyes of their head coach, Dave Myers. Like to keep out of the penalty box and keep adding goals. McKinley with 6 penalty minutes on the board. There's Bill Klein. He went out to the other side. He went out the other door.
Yeah, what happened with Bill Klein? He's in the stands trying to figure out. Give me some strategy how we could score here. But Bill knows he's got a real young team. It's a senior, and Jason on the sidelines with the reporting. The same thing. The game I had with coach from Cheektowaga, Ferentino. The second bench coach goes out to the right, so you expect them to come out of the dressing room, but the players come out of the dressing room, but the coach comes from the other area. And the only reason you knew that, Frank, was because you were down there when I was the one with Steve, and then luckily I got Steve at the end of the game. I don't know if we'll have Bill at the end of the game unless he graciously wants to come on because it doesn't look too good for his club.
That's a lot of story.
It's a lot of story. But,
well, Bill, you got to get down to the bench eventually. I mean, he's up in the stands and maybe talking strategy with somebody else that knows the team pretty well. I mean, what do you do here? You got a goaltender that's standing on his head, Scott Garrett, allowing 5 shots on 16 shots on goal. Had a lot of point-blank chances. I mean, the defense, as I said early in the first period, is just backing up, allowing the goaltender to be really shot at without anybody in the way, anybody even attempting to make a defensive play on the puck. So there he goes. And, you know, he's been around long enough to know what he's got, and what he's got is a young team, as you said. So that's the reality of the situation.
He's got a young team with 1 senior facing a team that's absolutely loaded with the best goaltender in Elliott. And you mentioned Garrett was fantastic, especially in that second period.
Well, let's talk about the team here. I mean, the coaching staff, head coach Bill Klein, the associate coaches are Bill Moran, Tim Shoemaker, and Andy Chamberlain. The general manager of the team is Jim Rogan, and the GM of hockey operations at McKinley High School. The McKinley Screaming Eagles of the Explorer League is Tina Garrett.
And you know, Frank, a few years ago, everybody was screaming for somebody to try to beat McKinley and break them up, and now they might be screaming to break up Hutch Tech.
Well, it's been a very solid Super Sunday. We had some very competitive games. The first three, this one a little bit out of hand, but you never know, it could turn around here in the third period.
You got great goaltending in every game up to this game, and even this game you have to consider it's still great goaltending. The most goals scored in any single game was 6, and Niagara Wheatfield erased a 2-0 deficit of North Tonawanda to win 4-2 in the large school Explorer Bowl. The large school game, Southtown's game, and that was the lone upset. In our first game, Orchard Park survived, winning 3-2. That was a heck of a game.
Well, let's see what McKinley can do here. Waldo, a big hit. You can't put your head down on the hockey rink.
Felchaw carries on, number 88. Felchaw avoids a hit there. It's kept in, and I'm spinning around, unable to get the shot away was Hazelin. Now in the corner, Hutch Tech. 21 Maloney already 2 goals, and that was early in the contest. Meisner intercepted right there. Hazelin can't get the shot away. Here come the Engineers over center ice. Maloney flips it into the right corner boards, and around goes number 5. Kazati, no, that's not Kazati, excuse me, that's Cannon. Cannon in there, it's taken away from Cannon. 14 Alger flips it around the corner boards. Cannon will race for it. And Cannon going along with Anderson, seeing some ice time for Hutch Tech. Elder hits the short end of the post, and now a penalty coming up.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what this is going to be. It looks like it's going to go against McKinley. And I don't know if they're going to necessarily be happy about it, because Theo Alger, who's had a very solid season and an excellent playoff so far. Let's see how this thing replays from the corner as he comes away with the puck from the corner, and then you see him get hooked right there, and the hooking call is going to go against the McKinley team, and they're going to be playing shorthanded for a moment here. But a good drive to the net by Theo Alger, 29 goals and 14 assists, the number 5 scorer during the regular season in Explorer League play. And here in the playoffs, 6 goals and 1 assist coming into this game.
Here he comes again. He's taken off the play by Russin. Russin with a good play. Rogan tied up along the boards by 2 Engineers. Alger comes up with it, takes his shot. Great save. Might have been going a shade wide if it wasn't. Saved the goal there.
Boy, that was really a quick snapshot that he took there. Wrist shot, they call that in hockey. He just used the defender to screen just enough and then just snap the puck. Watch this thing just go. Zoom right there. And boy, it was labeled. I think it would have gone in if the goaltender's glove hand wasn't as quick as it needed to be.
Another big save by Garrett. Here's Alger. He's knocked down by Rogan. Play carries on. 18 Innes. He's taken off the play. Innes batting along there, battling, and keeps the puck alive to Brinkworth. Brinkworth shot right on. Another save. Boy, this kid is tough. Garrett is having a great game, even though his club is well behind. Evancher with a good solid check. Shot out to center ice. That'll take some pressure off.
Yep, the Eagles able to clear the puck here. That gives them a little breathing room, but gives the goaltender a chance to regroup, catch up as the puck is shot in on the offside pass.
All right, game number 1, Orchard Park came back, defeated Clarence 3-2, scoring late. They were down 2-1 to Clarence going into the third period. Clarence looked like they might have the upset in the Southtown Club Hockey League, but Orchard Park won in 3-2. West New York Club League small schools, Cheektowaga won a thriller over Grand Island. That was a heck of a game with a very late goal, 2-1. And Niagara Wheatfield then in the large school West New York Club League defeated North Tonawanda 4-2. Nice give and go. Enos to his teammate Shapiro, but they didn't finish it.
Well, they got darn close. There's a long clearing pass for McKinley, trying to kill some clock, get some fresh skaters out onto the ice now.
And you mentioned many of these teams, if not all, Frank, are going to go on to play further in the States. And then there's one more hockey game, I believe, that we'll have on 8/13 Sports, but I'm not certain about that, and that's the Federation.
That's about a week away. There's about 25 seconds left here on the power play for Hutch Tech.
5-0 game. There's Enos. Enos was circled in the corner. Gets it out to his teammate. Rush up ice to center ice, Meisner. Meisner's been active, but he hasn't scored. Meisner goes in, puts his check on his player. And there's a big collision.
Again, players going, looking for the puck with their head down, and they're getting run over.
Now Felcho collided with Linsky.
Saw Lindstrom take a tough hit. He had to leave the ice, and Felchow just got one.
Venus is going to tee that one up and then lost it off the blade of his stick. Back to the point to Venus. He shoots one right on. Save the rebound, and it's cleared out of there. Gannon now taken down by Maloney. Total domination by the Engineers. Inglinski lost his stick, and Rogan will make him pay for it. And look at Inglinski carry on. Piazza, 26. Piazza with the move. Tried to dump it off to his teammate. He did to Elger. Beaten shot. He just shot it off the corner boards. Around the boards to 26. Piazza. There's another big hit. Hutch Tech still in control. Out to Brinkworth, right point. Brinkworth, shot doesn't get through. Elger fanned on it. And it shot wide.
Can't believe he fanned on the shot. He's had some opportunities to get closer to the net. This time he had a real good look at it, and he just missed it completely.
Brinkworth shot right on, and the save by Garrett.
And that was deflected too. Nice save by Garrett. Garrett is really playing some spectacular hockey in the last two periods, Walt. I mean, he was down 4-0 after one period, gave up a goal in the second, making 5-0, but really he's faced a tremendous number of shots in each of these periods.
Yeah, he's playing the kind of game that Elliott for South Park played 2 years ago against McKinley when South Park didn't have much of a chance, but Elliott was just outstanding.
Well, Elliott has really not been challenged all that much, maybe a couple of chances on those 7 shots that he's faced.
He's had a couple of opportunities that he's been able to thwart.
I mean, look at this save here. Doing the splits, just diving out there, getting his glove hand on the puck. I mean, people right on top of him, and you see the pushing and shoving that takes place. But just watch Hutch Tech drive to the net here. And a nice little squeeze play right there to dump the puck out in front. Goaltender has to split out, and you see the